What's going on, guys? I'm Bear Degidio, and we are back with another very special episode of the Jaxxon Podcast with the most requested guest, without a doubt. After trials and tribulations, multiple FaceTimes, a couple text messages, this man drove at least 2-3 hours in traffic. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Kevin Holland in the house. Yeah! Cowboy hat with the headphones on at the same time. I do have to admit that is a very special, unique talent you have, Kevin.
Yeah, you know what? I met the owner of a big cowboy store, does a lot of cowboy hats. And he was like, Cowboys don't wear ball caps. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. Cowboys wear whatever the fuck they want to wear. And he was like, nah, it even sucks when I'm doing my lawnmower and I got to put my headphones on and I can't do it because of I could do it just fucking fine. So I guess we know who the real cowboy is. Shout out to American Hats.
Off the break. So you would consider yourself a cowboy?
More than that guy.
You live on a farm?
I got a pretty nice one.
You know that?
No, I don't know nothing.
Yeah, hey, listen, I feel like I got to break the ice in the room real quick.
I know, you don't got to break no ice.
I do.
I do,
Rampage, because I love you, but I'm a fan of Kevin Holland. I love the way he talks loud.
I'm a fan of his too, but I know, hey, I know everybody ain't my sense of humor ain't for everybody. So.
But you did this to him. It wasn't needed. I feel like you owe him an apology. He drove 3 hours.
Listen, we already talked about it on the FaceTime. You know what I'm saying? I like to joke around. I don't mean nothing personal with nobody. That's me. That's my sense of humor. Everybody ain't like me and everybody ain't like you. If people, I've learned throughout my life, if people don't like my sense of humor, fuck it.
I like that.
Yeah.
Kevin, you could probably appreciate that attitude.
I mean, I guess, in a sense. You know what I mean? It just doesn't work like that for Kev.
Why?
That's usually, if you say fuck it to me, it's usually fuck you, so.
Well, I didn't say fuck you. I said fuck it.
Yeah, that's what I said. If you say fuck it to me, I usually say fuck you.
Well, fuck you too. I don't give a fuck.
And then it's fuck, and then it's F it, and then it's F you.
Bro,
I like that.
Yeah. Bro, I got no problem with this cat.
Yeah,
but,
I love that.
But you know what I'm saying? I'm going to beat me whether he like it or not. I'm going to keep being myself and having the sense of humor that God gave me, and it makes me laugh. So I don't give a fuck.
Kevin,
Everything's not funny.
You think Rampage is a funny guy?
Nah, this has temper tantrum problems.
Temper tantrum problem.
I think he's talking about the Ultimate Fighter and the door.
I don't know what the fuck this.
That's like 10 years ago, Kevin. People evolve.
Same thing. Not really.
You don't think people evolve?
Some do. Not Jackson.
No, he right. I still do got a temper tantrum.
Rampage got a little temper, but I feel like you've been able to control a little bit better.
I control my temper very well. I think that time on the Ultimate Fighter, I was trying to leave the room because I know that I was losing my temper. The staff there and everybody had been cheating my guys the whole motherfucking time, and they was telling me all the problems and stuff that they had. And then one time, one of my fighters had to fight, and I thought it could go, saying either way. I thought if they gave it to somebody, I thought my guy should have won, and I was trying to leave. Those guys was telling me, they was complaining like they, on Ultimate Fighter, they got to write down their list what they want, and they couldn't at the house.
The food.
Yeah, they couldn't get nothing they wanted. Like healthy food, supplements, they couldn't get none of their shit. But when they asked for liquor and stuff like that, they get it right away. So what I found out was, since I was going against Rashad, they wanted Rashad to win because he came from Ultimate Fighter. So when the first time when I did it, I had the same problem. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm gonna keep it 100. I just chalked it up to racism because I was going against Forrest. But when they did it against Rashad, I'm like, what's the problem?
And that's what caused the door to break.
And that's what it was. It was because they came. It wasn't racism. It was because they both came from the Ultimate Fighter.
So just to make it very clear, Kevin was going to come on the show. He was very gracious and very honorable to come on the show the first time. And then, Rampage left a little comment on Instagram, which I originally thought was funny, but then I understand where you were coming from.
I understand where
you were fighting MVP. You did this to MVP, which I thought it was a great move. Hyped up the fight. Rampage made a joke on Instagram, and then Kevin FaceTimed me and said, yo, if I come there, I got to fight. I said, Kevin, we can't do all that. Then we'll just have to reschedule. But I do want to say thank you for coming on the podcast a year later. And you know what? I think Kevin deserves a round of applause from the producing and the team.
Yeah, that's the last thing he want to do is fight me, though. That's the last thing.
I still want to.
No,
I don't give a fuck about the fight on Saturday.
No, you don't want to fight. No.
I'm just being real.
I'm being real with you, young buck. You
I'm
don't
just
want to
letting
fight
you know.
I'm just letting you know.
It sounds good.
Sometimes people don't know what they want.
Yeah.
You don't want to fight me.
I feel like Kevin,
good.
you have a very unique reputation. I'm throwing on one of the new Jakes ones.
Known for fighting everybody.
You're known for fighting
anybody
at all times.
Don't care who they are.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
And I do like the fact that
I'm the same way.
Yeah, and I do like the fact that Rampage, I feel, is like the first generation of that. He would take any fight at any time. He's been known for fighting in and out of the cage. Dana White came out and he talked about the fact that he wanted someone and he said, yo, get the loudmouth, bring the loudmouth in. Let's see what he could do. You came in short notice, you put on a show, and then from there, I feel like your career took off. You've been known for talking loud. You talk during the middle of the fights. What is it about your style? What is it about talking during the middle of the fights, the way you're able to keep the energy going that you feel made you the fighter you are?
Nah, I just feel like fights get boring sometimes. There's nothing to do. You know, we're just sitting there. So casual conversation rules the nation. Nothing wrong with having a little conversation with somebody. You know, see what happens. You know, it's like we're just standing there looking at each other.
I think it's an ego problem. That's what I think.
Think it's an ego problem?
That's what I think.
I don't have much of an ego.
Since we've been honest.
Unless we're sitting across the table and we're both shooting 45-70s and we're trying to see who can hit the target. I don't have much of an ego.
Well, I'm just
Do you know what a 45-70 is?
I'm just telling.
Do you know what a 45-70 is?
I'm just telling my opinion. You gave your opinion about my temper tantrum?
Yeah, I mean, I feel you 100%.
Okay, it's an opinion,
I'm just
right?
saying, like, if it's not a 45-70 that we're shooting across the room, trying to see who hits the target, I'm not worried about it. Do you know what a 45-70 is?
No, I don't.
Okay, then shut the fuck up.
You'll tell me shut the fuck up?
Yeah.
Because
You don't understand what a 45-70 is.
He doesn't know what a 45
You're talking about ego. Now, I'm giving you some ego.
Okay. So,
Ego's when you don't understand what a 45-70 is.
Okay, so
that pisses me off.
That pisses you, because I don't know what a 45-70 is.
That fucks with my ego a little bit. What type of man are you don't know what a 45-70 is?
Because I don't know what a 45-70 is.
Yeah, that's kind of retarded.
It's retarded.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what a 45-70 is.
Yeah.
Do you know what a 45-70 is?
I would assume that it's an AR, some sort of rifle.
I assume that it's some type of gun, but do I know what a 45-70 is?
No, you should know what a 45-70 is.
What is it, Kevin? Tell
You're
us
a big
what it
guy.
is.
You should know what a 45-70
Why
is.
Kevin,
should I
is
know
it?
what a 45-70 is?
It's a little bit smaller than a 50 cal.
It's a little bit smaller than 50
I mean,
cal?
probably a lot smaller than a 50 cal.
What state do I live in?
You need to live in Texas.
But what state do I live in?
Then you can see about that ego we're talking about.
But what state do I live
Other
in?
than that, you shouldn't worry about ego. You should worry about being retired.
What
That's what we had a conversation about last time.
What state do I live in, though?
I don't know. You tell me.
What state are you in right now?
I think you have a lot of money. You should have houses in multiple states.
Well, you don't know. I don't brag about what I got.
I mean, I said that I think you should.
Kevin,
you don't know that I
you
don't.
shoot guns?
Sometimes.
And you like to shoot ARs, handguns. What do you shoot?
I like the 45-70.
Yeah.
We can see that.
Yes, we've heard the 45-70.
Big-ass
The 45-70.
If you were to play
good for you.
football, I'm assuming your number would be 45.
You're a big guy.
I like the AR. That's what I'm trained on.
So what would you shoot in an AR then?
I said what?
What caliber do you shoot with the AR?
What caliber?
Yeah, you said ego, so now I'm giving you my ego. This is where my ego
Yeah,
steps in. So which caliber do you use? Because it comes to ego to fighting, I don't have much one. But it comes to ego, you want an ego with something, I'm going to tell you what the ego is for.
I like the AR.
Well, what caliber do you shoot?
I would say maybe a 22.
No, it's not a 22.
I would hope not.
You can't shoot a 22 with AR. I see exactly.
I mean, if you're going to shoot a 22, I mean,
Kevin, what do
you and my son might have some competition. You're a big guy, so
but
I expect you to shoot something a little bigger than that.
We took Rampage, Luke,
Which
Cheeto,
caliber?
we took all the boys shooting. We went to go shoot with the sheriffs and down here in Orange County, the guys who protect us. So shout out to the law enforcement. And they let us go and shoot ARs, handguns. They also let us pick up a bunch of new Glocks. And during this private training session, they also came out to our paintball park, SC Village in Chino, California. And SWAT does a lot of training there during the week. Mm-hmm. So they let people use like these rubber paintballs in a way. And they use that for tactical training. And they have all kinds of different gauges, calibers of guns. And they have like these tactical assault weapons that you're able to go and clear houses with.
Which caliber does Jaxxon like?
Oh, I mean, Rampage, I don't really think he's a gun guy.
You got to have a caliber.
No, I don't.
Here, let's break this down though, so we can help for the audience watching. What is your favorite type of gun to shoot?
We
I love my lever action, 45-70.
Oh, you like a lever action 45-70?
It's the government. Go hunt with it anywhere.
Is that what you shoot when you go out hunting? I heard that you're an avid hunter.
I like to get my first kills with the 45-70.
And then what else do you keep on you?
I like a 308, which I was hoping Rampage would say.
No.
But Rampage doesn't go hunt boar and
I mean,
egg and
he said he likes an AR, so I would assume that he would like a 308 being the size of the guy he is.
No. I don't hunt.
You shoot there, right?
I do when I want to.
Yeah. So look,
he had to train for
308?
A-team what guns, right?
5.56, 223, 7.62, or 3.9. I mean, what's up? Nothing? You don't even know your caliber?
I know my caliber.
Doesn't seem like it.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna change directions from the gun part, but I do see on your Instagram, and we have this video of you or this photo of you, and you're out there hunting these boar. It looks like boar.
Yeah, I love those boars.
And what happens? You go and clean them up a little bit because I don't think people understand how it works.
No,
because people think you're just shooting boar, but you're actually helping the farmers.
Yeah, they actually cause a lot of destruction throughout the years. They tear farms up. They fuck your fence up. They eat your crops. They tear your ground up. You know what I mean? And everybody knows if the crops go up, groceries are growing up. When the groceries go up, just a little bit harder through everything throughout the year. So we do love killing the boars because they cause a shitload of damage. But usually when we kill them, some people eat them. I'm not really big on eating them. You know what I mean? I like a nice clean pig if I'm gonna eat a pig, grown for it. So we usually just take the boars, we usually stack them up, put them in a pile, and then usually call the coyotes off of them. Coyotes come in, or every once in a while you get a cat or something like that, and then we just shoot the cats and the coyotes off of them.
You just shoot the cats?
Yeah, the cats and the coyotes. Like bobcats and stuff like that.
Well, you thought you were talking about shooting house cats?
Nah.
No.
What did you
You
think?
like shoot the cats?
Well, I looked at you. I thought he meant actual like house cats.
I don't. Even though he's a very unlikable person, I don't think that he would shoot fucking house cats.
No, I don't think he would either.
But now I read your face. You thought this motherfucker talking about shooting house cats.
No, I didn't think that. I just looking at you because I saw you look at me because I know it was getting uncomfortable when we start talking about calibers. Kevin Kent. Hey, you come in fight week, I think pretty high on testosterone and a little high on energy. Or is it you just trying to get that energy out against Rampage?
Just me and Rampage, we got those words. So I'm trying to figure out what we're gonna fix that.
I feel like the dust's been settled now. I feel like you guys got it all out.
Why do you use that? You should use free.
You don't want a little lower deckies in?
I'm saying free. Free's a good one.
Oh.
I've never heard of free.
A little bit. He's trying to give you some good advice. I feel like you guys would be best friends. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like you guys would be best friends. I think if we can get past
I don't think I could be friends with a guy who don't understand jokes and sense of humor. Like my friends, like how much you clown me? Like,
all day long. You're the funnest
if
guy
it's funny, hey, but honestly, I'm gonna say this though. That joke I did say on Instagram, it wasn't even that funny. I know when my jokes don't land, it wasn't that funny. No, it wasn't
not that funny.
No, it wasn't that funny because it just wasn't that funny.
He was also fighting MVP. I mean, that guy's got a unique style to him. Kevin's got to deal with that style. Kevin's an amazing athlete who has great jiu-jitsu.
Did you read that comment before the fight or after the fight?
I don't even know.
Right.
I don't think I read the comment.
Oh, somebody said
so how'd you find out?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, someone sent it to you?
Yeah.
But is it where you just I gotta just clear the air on this one. Were you upset that he left a comment like that? Or you're just upset that
don't play with me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Play with somebody else, don't play with me.
But you seem like a guy who loves to play around.
Oh, yeah, I do.
So why take it out on Rampage? He's a legend.
Like I said, I like playing around. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
some people can dish it, but you can't take it.
Yeah, why you can dish it all that?
Oh yeah, I can take it. I just don't know you like that. You get what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Like at all.
That's a respectable answer.
Yeah, I feel him.
If there's anything we could say about him, he stands on business.
Yeah, 100%.
There's 50 fighters in this place.
Like if you were one of the OGs of the gym, you said something. I mean, I eat it. It's okay. It's like, if I had met you already at the PI or you'd been around and I was like, yeah, I already met Rampage. Rampage is a cool dude. He do whatever the fuck he want to do. That's Rampage. I don't know you in that sense. So playing with me is like, oh, what the fuck?
Well, it's social media. I play with everybody.
Yeah.
I play with everybody. People troll me. I troll people. It's like the world we live in. It's social media.
Yeah, but I don't really troll people until they troll me.
Well, that's fine.
Then I just want to smoke.
But,
you know what I mean?
But you and I are not the same person, though.
Yeah,
and everybody
I don't want to be
like
the same person as you.
Same here. I don't want to be the same person as you, brother.
But I feel like you guys are both unique in your own ways. Rampage, you've obviously laid stones in this game. You've built bricks. You know what I mean? Like you've built an house foundation, and you were a pioneer in the game. And I feel like Kevin's kind of doing the same in his own right. He goes up and down in weight divisions, able to fight anybody at any time. Puts on a show 24/7. I feel like that's why the UFC fans love you. So I feel like respectfully, you guys should. Shake it off.
I definitely respect the OG in them, but
yeah,
still don't play with me.
All right, so we're going to move past that now. We're going to move. I feel like we got it all out. The calibers, the cats, the guns. He sat down with the hat on. I feel like we got it all out. I feel like we could move on from here. You know what I mean? I feel like we could all be best friends. We should literally just like us three go out.
Now, once he get to know you, he ain't gonna want to be your best friend.
Oh, come on,
Because you be clowning every motherfucking body.
I don't clown the guy. The guy's been trying to kill you for a year. You think I'm gonna clown him?
It's gonna be okay though, because I've already met him.
No. Oh.
So I got the whole pass?
Yeah, I ain't tripping.
Oh, wow.
He's been cool since day one. I never met you. You just decided to start playing.
Hey.
It's like, it just,
so you
most people do that.
You think
kid in you.
You think MVP, I'm a big kid. You think MVP upset with me too? Because the joke was like for.
I don't think so. MVP's not like me.
Right.
Wait, hold on. We're going to stop right there. MVP is not like you. What is MVP like? You fought him.
He's a really nice guy.
Oh, he is.
Hell of a fighter too.
You think he's good?
We're just different people. You know?
Yeah. I never met him before either.
Well, I'm not going to lie. You honestly, during the fight, said you thought he was going to win the fight.
Hell yeah. I was rooting for him.
I don't think that'll bother MVP either. And
No.
it's a competition guy. He likes competition. Me
What-
personally, I could care less about it.
What about that style that he fights? That bouncing, that kind of
It's wonderful. Hate being in front of him. It's a wonderful style to watch. I like it.
Really?
I enjoy the fuck out of MVP. I've always been a fan of MVP.
How did you train for a guy like that?
Oh, I just didn't do anything different at all. Same thing I always do. Show up to the gym and just train.
Did you have a guy moving in and out like that?
No reason to do all that. Coaches bring people in, say, hey, do a little bit of this, do a little bit of that. As soon as coach ain't looking, I'm like, do what you normally do. No reason. I don't care about all that.
Really?
Yeah, just fight's a fight.
So what
And
about?
plus, you're not going to be able to do what MVP does. So you can try it all day long. It's not going to be the same.
100%. He right about that.
Let's just do what we do.
But I mean, what about that whole theory about bringing in fighters to mimic the style of the guy you're going to fight? Like that wasn't needed. You don't feel like that's needed in a camp?
I've always thought I would do something like that. I even reached out to Wonderboy and was like, hey, I'm thinking about trying to be smart this camp. He was like, oh, I like that guy. I can't do it. And I was like, well, it's a Wonderboy kind of answer. So, I chilled. Just
You hit up Wonderboy to try to bring him in the camp for MVP, and he said he couldn't come.
yeah. And then I was like, damn, me and Wonderboy should really fight again.
Damn.
It's just me. It's like, no hard feelings. It's just fuck you, fuck me too. All right, fuck everybody, fuck it.
And speaking of Wonderboy, I mean that's kind of crazy for you to go outside of your comfort zone and call a friend in to come in, or not a friend but a fighter to come in, and him say he can't do it because he likes another fighter. But you fought Wonderboy, and I remember during that fight, and also I saw press conference videos and a lot of interviews of you saying that you weren't going to try to shoot on this guy, you weren't going to try to take him down.
No, he kicked me in the body one time, and I did shoot though. That shit hurt.
Did he tell you that during the fight though? He's like, I thought you weren't going to shoot on me.
Oh, no. When I kicked him in the body, when he kicked me in the body, I was like, ooh, that one hurt. I was like, I'm about to shoot. He was like, huh? And I just shot. And he was like, this fucking guy. And I was like, all right, let's get back up.
Did you have an agreement with him before the fight? You weren't going to shoot it on him?
Yeah, he came on the podcast that we had at the time, and I told him, he wanted the old school kickboxing belt, and that's what I'd give him.
What was your background before you started fighting in the UFC?
Kung Fu.
Really? From where did you learn?
Actually, not far from here. Ranch Cucamonga. I learned from a guy named Mark Kennedy. He was actually a school teacher for several years. He had a little bit of training underneath Bill Lassiter, who was a Kung Fu Sansu lineage of the art. One of the first Americans to learn it. And then he also had some Kempo background, so that's why I was always a big fan of like Chuck's and John Hackelman. You know what I mean? Just seeing how they transferred over the Kempo style to martial arts. So big fan of those guys. Watching them do it. Never seen anybody do the Kung Fu Sansu style and bring it over. So it's pretty cool to be a pioneer of that sport, that art, and bring it over. But yeah, Kung Fu, and I think my Kung Fu is good enough to strike at anybody. So I'll give it a shot.
So you grew up in SoCal, right?
Yeah.
Where'd you grow up in?
I grew up in Ontario, Ranch Cucamonga. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You see Next Friday.
Yeah.
you
I mean, I went to Damien and Laverne.
There you go.
Yeah,
right down the
so
road.
I was right down the street.
Yeah.
We have a paintball park in Chino out there in IE.
Yeah, I went to Los Osos, and then our church is in Pomona, so I went to Greater New Faith in Pomona. And then growing up, I went to schools everywhere. We used to have a spot in Chino. We used to live in Chino when I was younger, and we stayed at, the swap meet that's right over there with all those cows and shit over there, but they got the Mexican swap meet and got all the good shit you can go in there and get on the weekends. We used to stay right across the street from there, so yeah, nice little blue house, and they used to play soccer right across the street at the parks. They used to play soccer and stuff.
How could you not like a guy like this?
Stayed in Corona for a little while. I liked the Corona. Corona was nice.
How could you not like a guy like this?
Oh, he likes me.
Yeah, what makes you think I don't like him?
It just he ain't going for my shit, and I ain't going for his shit. It is what it is. We'll spar one day. We'll get it over with.
This is like it's like an OG and then the new coming of the OG. Like
But
eventually.
but what makes you think I don't like him?
Oh, I don't know. You guys, you couldn't figure out what AR bullet you wanted. He's talking about calibers. You're staring at him like he's crazy.
I just choose not to play into his game because
Oh, he wanted ego. I gave you ego.
No, yeah.
So I think I'm gonna have ego.
No, I didn't want an ego.
I love
He didn't
how-
want an ego.
I just told my opinion. You gave your opinion. I gave my opinion.
and I showed you where I have ego about.
Yeah. So your ego is with guns and shooting, but not with
Hunting.
fighting. All right. Ain't
specifically.
nothing wrong with that.
I like that.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Kevin, why is it that you, in my opinion, I feel like you don't care about the belt. You don't care about chasing the belt. You just want to fight 24/7. Why is it? Why do you have that attitude?
I mean, there's just too many politics that come with being like, even really when you're ranked, if I'm being honest. It's like every time you get this number next to your name, then all of a sudden they start talking about the belt. And if you get to a belt, they can't stop talking about a belt. And it's like right now I am in a good spot. I get to live my life the way I want to live my life Monday through fucking Friday. Every once in a while people see me and they know how I am. So they don't give me a hard time. If I'm not with the family, they'll get a picture. We'll be cool. We'll be chill. It's just, casual conversation. Everything's very casual. It's like if you were the champ and you're, even if you're top 5, you're top 5, top 10, you're a contender, you're looking to become a champ, you're supposed to hold yourself a certain way to be the champ, right? Like people are supposed to be able to look up to you. Don't nobody gotta look up to me. I'm just a fucking athlete showing up, doing my job. And I'm really a barbaric motherfucker. I'm fighting, right? So you don't have to look up to me. And that's how I want it. I just want to be able to step in, do my thing, step out, be okay. If I get a fucking belt, I got 1 million+ followers. There's nowhere you can go where people don't know who you are. You can't walk through Walmart with a regular hat on, get away with stuff. You just can't do anything. You know, it's like everybody knows this cowboy hat. It's like if I switch out to my dark brown one, they don't know who I am. I wear this one, they know it's Kevin. They know it's Big Mouth. You know, it's like they know what it is. It's like I have certain outfits I can wear. Nobody knows who I am. I have certain outfits I can wear. Everybody's seen it online. They know who that guy is. It's like right now I can live that life of being a nobody, but still being a somebody. You become a champ. You become top 5, you know, with a popularity like mine. It just doesn't change. You know, you just absolutely, you're somebody. And you always have to deal with that. You know, it's like you're in a golden era of martial arts. You get to still make your money, but at the same time, you get to have a name, but not too big of a name where it's like you're fucking, you know, the quarterback of your favorite team. Anybody who's a true martial arts fan, anybody who's a true UFC guy or even watched MMA period, they know who Rampage is. They respect who Rampage is. They love who Rampage is. From the slam knockouts to fighting Vanderlei Silva all those times and finishing out on top to everything, you know? We respect that. And a person like me who's also in the game, I'm like, damn, this guy was lucky. He was able to be at the tip top of the sport with having just the right amount of fans. True fans know who the fuck he is. Those Joe Blows that just walk around, those casuals who don't understand the game, they don't really bother you too much, right?
Right.
And that's a wonderful life. You've made your money, you've had a good time, and on top of that, you've been able to enjoy the sport. If I get too far in the game, I can't enjoy the sport. I hate the thought of being able to go to Kroger's with my son and everybody stopping me and him instead of me and him being able to enjoy ourselves. It's just not worth it. So
You're 100% right.
People think I need a belt. I don't need one. You know, true fans know I fight anytime, every time, all the time. And no matter what the outcome is, I show up and I fight. Only way you're going to get me is if you go down there, sniff my crotch, and suck me up real quick and make me bust one before I can get out the house. That's the only way. If you go out there and you fight me, you're having a hard fucking time.
Hey, Barry, don't be asking him for his address.
You know?
I knew you were gonna pop up.
Like you think about it, MVP is a wonderful striker. And he's a wonderful martial artist.
Yeah.
And he played the backup run game the whole time.
Yeah.
I respect the fuck out of Wonderboy. He took those hits and he hit me back. It was boom, 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 boom. Even my hands broke, fuck that. Throw that in the garbage. That is what it is. I didn't have enough tools without that one axe to finish chopping down that tree. That's on me. But he fought me and he gave me those opportunities. MVP, he was circling the whole time. You asked me, which fight would you want to fight again right away? I'd rather fight a guy like MVP right away, even though I like him. You know, it's like, I'd rather fight a guy like Brandon Allen. You know, it's like he won. If I got to avenge myself, I want to avenge myself against guys like that who will actually fight. Or even Marvin Vettori. If they said, if you had to choose between fighting Marvin Vettori again or Derek Brunson, I'd much rather fight Marvin Vettori. I hate Derek Brunson, but I'd much rather fight Marvin Vettori. Why? Because Marvin Vettori actually shows up to fight. I like the way he fights you. Brunson, on the other hand, he's just lifting this, just sniff the balls the whole time. Now, if I wanted to test my wrestling, I would just go out there and do a super match against Brunson. But at the end of the day, that's not what I want. I want to fight. I like a good fight. I love a good fight.
So you hate Derek because his fight style or his personality?
I just hated Derek because of who Derek was. He played with me from the beginning, and I didn't know who the fuck he was. You know what I mean?
Kind of like what I did.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
I knew about his fighting style. I knew who he was. He just continued to play with me. Then after I expressed to him I didn't like that shit, he still continued to play with me. We fought. He won. But if you ask me, if it was a street fight, I still beat his ass. I'm perfectly fine with the outcome. He has a W on a win column, but he sniffed my nuts the whole time. And if that's really what it all boiled down to, I landed more strikes. And when we went into the fight, everybody knew I could be taken down. Nobody thought that you could be. I took you down. I was the first person to ever take Derek Brunson down inside a mixed martial arts cage, and that's pretty fucking embarrassing if you ask me.
Hey, I see why he talks a lot in his fights. He a good motherfucking talker.
He has a lot to say.
He got a lot to say.
And it's all valid.
I bet he's just one of those people that talk a lot.
He just talks a lot, but he backs it up.
My grandfather called me Jabberjaws growing up. You know? It's God honest truth.
I believe it.
Hey, but at least you back it up. See, this is what I like. You could have a guy like Dylan Dennis, and I like Dylan Dennis, but he talks a lot, but he never wants to fight. But I love Dylan. He's a cool dude if you know him outside.
With
Connor? With Connor and
I know he's on. Yeah.
But now he trains with Pereira. So he's a smart guy. He knows where to train to get
with
better.
the right people. Yeah. Exactly. But you're a guy who's willing to talk at any moment, but go take any fight at any moment. And I feel like that's why the fans gravitate towards you. I feel like you would be an amazing champion for the UFC, and you're a guy they need. They need a guy that's vocal, willing to take fights, be active. Do you feel like sometimes the illusion of the pressure of having to train for a title fight is something that also pushes the side? Because I feel like you're a guy that doesn't want to train.
Honestly,
you don't want to train.
If they told me that going forward they would only want me to do fight nights and they'd only want me to do 5 rounds, I would be perfectly fine with that. I honestly like the 5-round fights. It's like they don't usually go my way unless I finish them fast. But I actually like 5-round fights. It's like before I got to the UFC, it's like I was champion of all my local circuits. And being champion of all my local circuits meant I had to fight 5 rounds. It's like I'm accustomed to 5 rounds. I like and I enjoy 5 rounds. I like the idea that I could take a round off. In 3 rounds, you can't take a round off. It's all or nothing. It's gas, no brakes. So for a guy who honestly doesn't truly enjoy the cardio aspect of training, I enjoy training. I just don't enjoy the cardio aspect of training. I do enjoy 5 rounds because I can fight at my pace. If a guy can be going crazy in a 5-round fight, and I know that he's not going to last all 5 rounds, and so I can beat him around 4 and 5. And I'm cool with that. I know you understand where I'm coming from.
I know what you're saying. I never took rounds off, but I understand. I know people do that.
Yeah. Sometimes it's a smart way to play it. Sometimes it's a dumb way to play it. If I'm fighting a guy that I know takes rounds off, I might try and beat him in 3, even though I know it's a 5-round fight. I fought Jeffrey Neal for the local title. When I fought Jeffrey Neal for the local title, I told him to go up to 185 instead of fighting me at 170 pounds. Why? Because I knew he was a big, strong guy and he had good muscles on him. But I knew going up to 85 would also make him a little lackadaisical. Makes his muscles just tense up a little bit more. It worked out. There's scientific words behind it. I don't know the scientific words. I just knew it was a smart thing to do. He also, I knew being 5 rounds, I also knew that Jeff Neal takes off usually the 2nd or 3rd round, depending on what type of fight it is. If it's a 3-round fight, he takes off the 2nd round. If it's a 5-round fight, which I never seen him in, I had a feeling he'd take off the 3rd because his cardio just wouldn't go that far. No, sure enough, I finished him in the 3rd round. I pushed it for 2, just talking shit, just making sure he continued to stay in the fight, even when he was doing good and I wasn't. I just made sure he stayed in the fight. By the time round 3 came around, I started off the way I wanted to start off. We didn't even last more than a minute. He was done. I don't know if he was hurt or if his legs were just tired.
I'm gonna tell you, he probably frustrates a lot of his opponents with just his mouth.
Yeah,
100%.
A little bit different from you. You please a lot of your opponents with your mouth, but he frustrates them. You know what I'm saying?
I got a guy that wants your number.
Oh, now y'all teaming up against me. Oh, that's what you're doing. You turning my friends
No.
against me.
I'm just saying. Cause look, I'm be honest.
He's very tactical, very surgical.
Yeah. I'm be 100%
with this.
honest. I had to calm myself down. Him talking to me, I had to calm myself down. I had to be like, you know what I'm saying, really like talk to myself. And imagine,
he was getting in your head, and I know that. That's why the audience will see the way I was looking at you with my eyes.
I had to calm myself down.
Hey, that's me. I'm like his little Batman to Robin. I'm like, yo, chill out, champ.
No, chill out.
I'm
And
like,
then listen, imagine fighting this motherfucker. He's whipping your ass and talking all this shit to you while you getting your ass whooped.
Oh, he be smacking you. You look like an M&M peanut. You ain't in shape for me.
I'm gonna tell you when I became a big fan of him is when he knocked that dude out when he was on his back.
Souza.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know who Souza is.
Yeah.
You OG. You know, Souza comes from the OG strand.
No, I stopped. I stopped watching MMA for a while. When I started doing this podcast, I got back into it.
When you were actually competing, fighting and stuff, were you big on watching fights still, or were you like I'm in it and then just wasn't as entertaining anymore?
No, I never was a fan of MMA.
I understand that.
Yeah, I got thrown into it, and I used to watch my opponents. Tapes on my opponents. And then after I watched all Vanderlei Silva's fights, then he beat the shit out of me. After I fought Sheckler, I had fought Sheckler there 45 minutes before. Then I fought Vanderlei, and I just felt like he didn't lose. He didn't lose for a long time, so it was mental for me. And so after that, I didn't watch it, and then I stopped watching MMA for a long time. But what I did do, I started watching Muay Thai sometimes.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Muay Thai's a lot more fun to watch.
Yeah. I mean, Kevin, you've been known, and we talked about this earlier with Gabe Silva and Khalil Silva, Anderson Silva's kids, and a lot of people in here that are training. The way you're able to stay athletic, your athleticism, the healthiness of you as a fighter is something that people should look at. You've fought at least 3 times per year since 2019, right? You're a very active fighter, but a lot of people in your weight class, they're active, but they get hurt, they take a year off, they come back, they can't do as many fights as you. What are you doing in and out of camp that's allowing you to stay so healthy?
I smoke weed, fuck bad bitches, and ultimately just enjoy my life. I mean, if you want to know,
how you gonna hate on a guy like this, man? Come on, one round of applause for Kevin Holland.
It's like,
God Damn.
Yeah, if you want a smart athlete, I mean, you should probably look to LeBron James and people like that.
No, we good. We gonna look to you.
Probably Elila Tupera. He seems to be a very smart athlete. They got the chambers and stuff in their house, and I got access to all that shit too. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Coming from Travis Looters, I have a beautiful, beautiful gym full of people who just like love and support, and anything that they have, I have access to. I mean, like in the back of our gym, we have a pool that's literally like built to help like disabled kids learn back to walk and stuff like that. It's always heated. It's not that deep of a pool, but I can definitely swim across it. It's about the same size as the Olympic pool on the swim side, like as far as the length goes, if I'm not mistaken. I don't ever get in that motherfucker. And it's like, I don't do anything. It's like, as soon as I'm done with practice, I run straight to the house, hop in the shower, fire up a blunt. You know what I'm saying? I try and see what honey coming over that night if I don't already got one lined up. You know what I mean?
Oh, you got them lined up like that?
I mean, because at the end of the day, bro, I'm not in a relationship.
That's what men do,
So
man.
I
That's what
enjoy
straight
myself
men do.
time.
I could see he has a roster. You're stable a little
No,
empty,
I don't.
brother.
I mean, it's not even that I got a roster. It's just that like I got like 3, maybe 4 friends. You know what I'm saying? That
Friend
I just
zone.
truly rely on. And like lately, I really haven't even been on that tip because this fight camp, I really was trying to like really like just hone in because there's a lot of driving back and forth between Houston and stuff like that. And I was making a little trip out of my way to hang out with a friend. That was cool. But this camp, I was mainly like, you know, hanging out with the kid and stuff like that, doing my thing. But normally on a day-to-day basis, yeah, I'm mainly worried about the honeys, smoking my weed and chilling. I don't do none of the proper stuff. And I think it's all about just understanding that, hey, the regular person works a 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? They work 40 hours a week, guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? And a motherfucker who trained for a fight, you don't train 40 hours a week. I know, I be seeing motherfuckers gas they shit up, right? Like, oh, I train this hour, I do this, that, this, I do this. Motherfucker, you don't do none of that shit. I know you don't. Unless you on steroids or you taking some type of enhancement.
I'm all natty.
You don't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you right now, if I do like a strength conditioning workout hard 2 or 3 times a week, and then I go to the gym hard 2 or 3 times a week, and then I go do jiu-jitsu 2 or 3 times a week, like you gotta space them sessions out. Like you can't do, if I do all that in one day, on Monday, then I go do that again on Tuesday, I guarantee you I'm not doing shit on Wednesday. I'm sleep Wednesday, like, yo, coach calling me like, you ain't coming to the gym today? Fuck no. I did 5 sessions yesterday and I did 5 sessions the day before that. I'm tired as hell. All right, I'll see you tomorrow, huh? Maybe. I'm calling a striking coach because I like to strike. Hey, you want to meet at the gym an hour before everybody get there? And right when they start to pull up, because you know coach could be 5 minutes late, we just squeeze up out the back door. Like, I'm smart, bro. It's all about training smarter, not harder. So all the young athletes don't listen to me, but that's me.
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. How long you been smoking weed?
My whole life.
Okay, so I started smoking weed when I was 8 years old, and I quit when I was 17. And one of my coaches, Antonio McKee, he done studies and stuff on it. Weed keeps you from recovering much. Cause
For
you know,
real?
yeah, because I used to fight 6 times a year.
I believe that.
I used to fight 6 times a year. How old are you?
32.
Yeah, so yeah, when I was fighting in Japan, I used to fight 6 times a year.
How old were you then?
I started fighting on them when I was like 21, 22. And
See, I would fight 6 times a year. I don't fight as many times a year as I do because that's what I'm allowed to do. I fight as many times as a year because that's all they give me. And when I say that's all they give me, don't think I'm not blessed, I'm not happy, and don't think I ain't hearing what you say.
Yeah.
I would fight more. And I do believe you when you say weed slows down the recovery.
Yeah,
Because the older I've got, the more I realize the higher I am, the less recovered I am.
Yeah.
That's just me being real. Sometimes I be sitting on the couch like, God damn, this shit sucks.
What are you normally smoking? Out of a blunt? Or you pack a bowl?
Oh, no, I'm black.
What's that mean?
He's smoking blunts.
Oh, you actually roll it, lick it, pop it. Oh.
Put that down, play the game a little bit longer. Spark that up.
That's crazy work.
Like, I'm playing 2K.
Can you imagine having to do that?
Think about it, though. I'm playing 2K. On the first game, I'm smoking a blunt. On the second game, I'm smoking a blunt. On the third game, I'm smoking a blunt. On the fourth game, I'm smoking a blunt. And I'm going to tell you this. I only play 3 games if we got 3 dubs in a row. On the fourth game, I tell them I'm going to take a quick break. I'll watch a little TV, go downstairs, hang out with the kid, do a little bit of this, do a little bit of that. Then I go back upstairs, and I'm back on the game. And next game, blunt. It's just, I'm going to smoke a blunt every
Kevin,
game.
that's 4 blunts, Kevin.
That's 4 blunts in 4 games of 2K. And I'm talking about each rec game. As soon as the rec game is over, we firing up another one. Then the rec game is over, we firing up another. So that's why I be hearing people, but it's like, at the end of the day, bro, it's like, you're not going to find very many people that's just living normal like me, that's living normal like me.
Oh, you living high.
Man, he got to thank Nick Diaz for
I do.
Yeah. He got to thank Nick
I
Diaz.
do.
Wow.
Because a couple years ago when I was fighting the UFC, you couldn't do that.
And Sugar Sean.
Oh, yeah.
Why Sugar Sean?
And Sugar Sean. Because we all say Nick, and I do understand Nick for sure.
Yeah.
Nick
Diaz
and
brother
Nate,
rule. You could
very popular guys. But the rule didn't really get passed until after Sugar Sean came and took that right after Contender. They popped him, busted him. Then after that, they were like, man, fuck this rule. They threw it out.
Oh, for real?
Oh, wow.
It was right after that.
Yeah.
It was right after that.
They call it the Diaz rule, which allows you to smoke weed, but you're saying it actually came from Sugar Sean.
No. I believe it came from the Diaz.
Yeah.
But I believe after it happened to Sugar and they knew how good Sugar was going to be for the business,
it.
they were like, yeah, we got to throw this shit out.
Wow.
You know, with a guy like Nick and Nate who could probably cause a little bit of trouble every once in a while, you like, they probably don't need to smoke that shit. Then you see a guy like Sugar who you like, man, there's nothing but money surrounding this kid. Get in trouble for that. You like, man, maybe they do need to smoke this shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's just one of those
When I was
things.
streaming on Twitch all the time, when we talked about it, because you couldn't say certain things on Twitch, we used to call it the Nick Diaz. Hey, I love those boys, but I didn't know that about Sugar.
Yeah.
So I figured like, oh wow, Nick, he paid the ultimate price.
He did.
Because it's not
100%.
It's not a performance enhancer. 'Cause I feel like Nick was right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think he did a 2-year ban, right?
No, he got like 5 years of one. I don't remember.
Yeah,
I
it was
think he
something,
did.
something
It was a long
crazy
time.
like that.
Like
Yeah.
I'd probably 4 years and 20 days.
Yeah, I was going to
420.
I was going to ask you how long before your fight do you quit sex?
Do I quit sex?
Before your fight?
You know, it just depends what honey's in town. You know?
Bro, what's the roster look like? Talk to me. What you into? Latinas?
Man, hey,
I
don't
gotta
get on
know.
doing
I
this.
gotta know my man's
No,
business.
man, because he.
I have two
I wouldn't answer
two
that.
baby mamas and I have one ex-wife.
Oh, you guys are more in common than
Yes.
you understand.
And one baby mama is Hispanic, mixed with a little bit of white.
I don't got no. I don't got no
Caucasian is the better way to say it. I'm sorry.
You guys are
and
literally-
then my other baby mama is black, and then of course she likes to say Indian, but it is what it is. And then of course Caucasian. So I like the Caucasian women mixed with the other things. You know what I'm saying? Because they always say if you go white, you go right. You know what I'm saying? Trying to keep my credit in check. And then my ex-wife, she's actually mixed as well. She's
Oh,
actually
you got 3 baby mamas.
no, I have 2 baby mamas and an ex-wife.
2 baby mamas and ex-wife. What do you got?
Listen, I don't answer no more personal questions with him because he's ended every single relationship I ever had since I started this.
Well, brother, if you thrusted better, it wouldn't end as fast as
No.
it does.
I ain't no problem with my thrusting. Ain't no problem with my thrusting. It's you talking on this podcast and they believe this shit
taking
you
your girl
say.
to a date
I
at
mean-
Chili's for baby back ribs ain't gonna cut it anymore, brother. It's
Yeah.
2025.
Yeah,
that ain't me.
I agree. You
Thank
have
you.
to take them somewhere nice.
Thank you,
Steak
Kevin.
restaurants are the way to go.
I take him to Lagos.
Thank you, Kevin.
I take him to Lagos Mexican.
Lagos?
It's the best Mexican restaurant in California.
This place, he been eating enchiladas at this place for 5 years.
Miguel's
Stop it.
Jr.
Miguel Jr. I ain't never.
Miguel's Jr. That's a staple. That's a Southern California staple.
I ain't never even heard of them.
That's like the Taco Bell for the drunk
I'm not
kids
from
at 2
California.
a.m.
I'm not from California. So
Oh,
Don't
he's
worry,
playing
baby.
that card.
I'm from California.
He's playing that card. He's been living here for 25 years.
I've been living for 20 some years, but I'm still not from here.
No. So look, this is what I like to tell my people out in Texas. I'm a California boy, but I'm a Texas man. You know what I mean? So it's like I was raised in California as a boy, and I still have all my visions and all my dreams, and I have spent a couple years out here as an adult, so I do know how to have fun. But make no mistake about it, all my adultness comes from Texas.
What made you
I mean?
move to Texas?
My mom was out there living with my little brother. She had just took my little brother out there, and me and my little brother, you know what I'm saying, like that. So I told my grandfather. My grandfather always said, when you turn 18, you got to move out of his house. I had just turned 18. I had this fight. It was an amateur fight. And he was like, man, I kind of like this. You can come back if you want to, but it was just already set in my head that when you turn 18, you got to move. So I moved with mom, and mom was in Texas, and you know what I'm saying? Life with mom was good. She, Pops didn't want to let a nigga drive a car. And Mom's was all about you driving. And you know what I'm saying? Pops didn't want you to do certain things. And Mom was all about you growing up and becoming who you needed to be. And you know what I mean? Mom supported me 100% on who I needed to be to become who I need to be. And Pops was, you know what I'm saying? Either you're going to clean these buildings and do what I need you to do, or it ain't going to happen. And shout out to Pops, because he built a hell of a work ethic. Pops and Grandma did. But shout out to Moms, because, Mom wasn't there for me on a gangster ride. Your boy wouldn't have made it. So it is what it is. You know?
Yeah, Texas is a little bit more laid back than California.
It's
I
nice.
like Austin. I'll be out there with Congo, kicking it. I like Austin. Yeah,
I've seen you go out there when you went to Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
You went out there. I mean, I go to Dallas all the time. We have a paintball park out in Dallas, Giant Party Sports near Frisco.
You never went to Houston?
Yeah, I think I've been to Houston for business like once or twice.
I never been to Houston.
Yeah,
Houston
I never
pops off?
I never kicked it there. Austin is like, I like the nightlife, bro. That's what I like.
Go to Houston one time.
Really?
It wasn't time for
I was
that.
supposed to go to Houston for the grand opening of Bun B Trailburgers.
not you.
Why not me?
If you go to Houston, just give me a heads up. I'm gonna take you to Washington Street.
Why? Wait, why not me?
It's shit. I mean, I could talk to my boy Mike Mills from the closet, talk to Paul Wall, see if they get you in.
Paul,
you know what I'm saying?
why can't I go to Houston? Why are you laughing at me? Why can't I go to Houston?
Because he said he know you.
You see them Mustangs out there is yours.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a nice old school for Cali.
What I'm supposed to drive in Houston?
I'm gonna let you hop in the Caprice.
What's that?
See? That's what I'm saying.
Is that Impala?
It's close.
Yeah.
It's close.
It's like a
Box
Chevelle?
Chevy?
Like a box
Box
Chevy?
Chevy.
Yeah.
There we go.
See, Rampage knows his cars. That's why
I got a box
He
Chevy.
has one.
It's been in the shop for too damn long. Though, but
You
I got
also,
one.
what do you got? You got that John Wick
Why?
car.
Because you got these guys out here in Cali fixing it, huh? You take that shit to Texas.
See? Now you got to connect in
BMF.
Texas.
Them boys
See?
get down.
I
You
got-
want it fast?
No. I got some 32s.
Oh, you want to put the big rims on there?
Yeah,
I'll
got
take
it.
that shit to Houston.
Bounce
Yeah.
it like this?
Take it to Houston.
No, I'll turn it to a dunk.
Yeah, you just have your girl
yeah.
sit in
My
the front
dream
seat,
car.
Rampage. Wow.
Maybe I don't have no 32s on mine. I got some 24s on mine.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
good.
I don't like the rubber.
Oh yeah.
I gotta have more rubber.
On the wheel?
Yeah, I'm about to take them. I ain't gonna lie, my Kobe year is over, so I'm about to take the 24s off.
What's your favorite car that you got right now?
I love my Caprice to death. I love my Caprice because I built it. You know what I mean?
Oh, you built it yourself?
Well, I took it to the shop, but you know, it's all my visions. You know what I'm saying? The engine I wanted. You know what I'm saying? The transmission I wanted.
What you
know what
got
I'm
in
saying?
there?
The back end I wanted. You know what I'm saying? Like it's what I wanted. So what I did was I stole a CTSV.
You stole?
You know, that's a good way to put it.
Wait,
It's a
wait,
good way.
hold on. Don't just pass over
He
that.
don't. He got it for a good price.
You stole the CTSV.
I thought you meant you went and stole it with the
Why?
boys.
Because he black?
And then-
Because he
said-
black?
Because he literally
Because he
said
black?
No. Because he literally said I stole the
It's slang.
Yeah.
Oh, it's yeah.
Well,
It's,
who gonna
get
come
you
on the
ready.
podcast talking about stealing some shit?
you talk about it all the time. I stole this dude's girl. I stole that dude's girl.
That's different though.
yeah.
That's legal still.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, so you picked up a nice engine.
Yeah, it was CTSV. We ripped the engine out, ripped the transmission out, and then gave the car back. And then, we threw that in the Caprice. Then we went and got some nice high gears out. I think some 475, 73s or something like that out in the back. Then we put the 24s on there. I didn't do nothing to the inside though. And then when I got it, the paint job was already pristine. Like it was real nice.
Ice cream paint job.
It's like a beigeish color. I spent like 17 on the car.
Riding dirty like chameleon.
So it
I
looked
love this.
brand new. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It looked brand new when I got it. So I just literally just ripped out all the mechanical parts and just changed everything. So, you know, just made it faster. So it just ride like a little vet. You know what I'm saying?
Classy.
That's nice. Yeah.
Classy.
You
man.
don't know about no.
Goes
box
to
Chevy.
Texas, becomes a classy man. I know where he comes from. I went to high school out there.
You went to high school in Texas?
No, I went to high school where he went to high school.
Oh, NorCal.
Yeah, NorCal. It's SoCal.
SoCal.
Yeah, over there in the IE.
You ain't go to high school up there.
Yes, I did. Damien
I thought you was
Laverne.
born and raised in Newport.
I was watching the Ball Brothers at Chino Hills. I was rolling around to Fontucket, all the way back to Etiwanda, right up the street to Ontario.
Is those real places? He's
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He don't know about
And
this.
the way he said Fontucket, he knows what he's talking about.
He don't know about that. Thank you. See, Kevin, you a good dude.
Yeah.
I thought he was born and raised in Orange County.
See, no, we're not all rich like you, brother. We can't just drive around 15 cars. You got it easy. You don't know how we had to get it out the mud.
Yeah, hey, whatever happened to that time when you had that big ass truck? People talk about it,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's like I was too young to know anything.
Yeah. It was a tough day. It was a tough day. I
You
had
just
to
went out spazzing in your truck?
No. I had to get to one of my friends.
Oh.
One of my friends used to help me in training camp. Never asked for. I pay my sparring partners and pay
Yeah.
people. He never wanted any money. He never asked me for tickets. And during training camp, he was asking me some questions because at that time I was very religious, and he known me before I became religious, and he started asking me some questions. And I was in training, and I wasn't really focusing on the deep issue of the questions he was asking me. And come find out, he was about to end it all.
Okay.
And so I had to get to him, one of my good friends, and I didn't care about no police or nobody. And the unfortunate part is, you know how people are. I hit this lady's side of her mirror, and she lied like she had a miscarriage. But the investigators did the due diligence and found out she had 7 miscarriages or 5 miscarriages 5 days before that accident was her last
damn.
one. So then later she changed her claim to she hurt her back. So she was just trying to get some money. She got $100,000, and so it got in the
From
news.
you?
No, my insurance paid her.
Oh, damn.
So it was all in the news and everything, but then when they came back and when they found out she was fraud, they never gave me an apology or nothing. But
They always report the bad shit, huh?
yeah.
They never report the truth, but they always report the shit that looks
but
good.
but it was bad. I should have stopped for the police, but I just felt like I just had to get to my friend and and give.
You got
him a
there though,
message.
right?
I got there, and
That's all that matters.
Now he's good. He's happy. He's doing good.
That's all that matters. You got there. Yeah,
I think there's a lot to learn in life, and one thing on a serious note is you always got to take care of your people. But I think one thing that I do admire about Rampage, he's the first to do something without people needing to know. So I've always stood by him for that reason, because he's always the first one to make sure that anybody around us, his friends, me, whatever we need, he's the first one to always make sure he's there. Doesn't need the clout, doesn't need the social, doesn't need the praise. He does it because he truly likes
That's
it.
how it's supposed to be.
That's how it's supposed to be, honestly.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like a lot of people have lost their way because now everything's about social media. Everything's got to be posted.
No.
Yeah.
No, I prefer for my shit not to be posted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it about you with this like laid back approach? Even the way you do like your press, the way you do your content, like you are totally transparent about smoking, your girls, the way you operate, the way you live your life. What is it? You feel like you have a need to do that so that way your audience or your fans know who you truly are? Or do you do it as a way to just be like F you to the the good boys?
No, it's like I'm gonna be who I am no matter what. You know what I mean? And I don't ever want to change for anything or anyone. One of my favorite athletes, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna like go too deep into like what they do as an athlete, because then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
John Jones.
But one of my favorite athletes of all times, you know what I'm saying? They got caught up for acting one way and then living another way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And to me, that was like, it was ridiculous because we only care about how good you are.
Do you play football?
We only care about how good you are. You
Michael
know what I'm
Vick?
saying? So it's like at the end of the day,
Is Michael Vick your favorite athlete?
Michael Vick's a bad motherfucker. All they had to do was just be who they were.
Yeah.
And everything was gonna be okay. You know? And I think watching that person really closely, you know what I'm saying? Wanting to kind of be like that person in a sense, helped me become who I was. You know what I'm saying? Just realizing like I'm not gonna fucking fake it for nobody. You know, it's like either you like me or you don't, either you love me or you don't. It sucks when you don't, but I mean, at the end of the day, my kids, you know, I got 2 kids. My youngest, you know, is a baby. He sees me, big smile on his face. You know what I mean? That's what I look for. My son, you know, 12 years old now, you know. Every year, you know, the wishes are the same. You know, just for me and him to continue to do what we do. You know what I mean? And for me, that's what matters, you know? So my kids, most important thing in the world, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They care about what I do. Nothing else matters. You know what I'm saying?
He's just a real motherfucker.
Yeah.
You're not used to that here in Orange County.
No, I mean, it's refreshing, but it's also a good approach because you're going to build an audience and a loyal fan base, and as well as a good reputation with the people around you, your peers, because people can count on you. The honest you are with yourself, the more honest you are with your friend group, the way you are transparent about life, it builds a good character about you, but it also builds a good friend group because it's hard to keep a lot of fake friends when you don't fake it for people around you.
Yeah, the fake ones always tend to leave. Yeah. It doesn't matter how long it takes, but they always leave.
You feel like Texas has better people around you than you would have had out here in Cali, or just different?
I think, you know, growing up in California, different would definitely be the case. Growing up in California, I was already kind of set on the friends and the people that I would have. You know, it's like even when I went to Texas and I had grabbed a little bit of a different mindset, you know, came home, it's like I instantly fell back into the old ways. You know, it's like I instantly fell back into that old mindset. And it's like as soon as I got back to Texas, I instantly got back to the mindset that I had developed in Texas. Now I've been in Texas so long that I think I could probably go anywhere and keep the same mindset. I think I will be okay. When I say anywhere, I mean there's 50 states, right? I can go to 48 of them and be okay. I can't go to Philadelphia and I can't go to California. There's just 2 states that I just can't go to. You know, it's like in Philadelphia, I'm just like my father, and in California, I mean, I'm like my mother if she was a man. You know what I mean? So it's like just 2 places that I essentially don't need to spend too long at.
Damn. And I like the fact that it also, Rampage, you've touched upon this before, it takes a wise man to have that kind of cohesiveness, that ability to understand what's going on in their life as well, to be honest with themselves. That's kind of when you remove the ego. I know you guys both joke around about ego, but you guys are both 2 tough dudes. But when you talk like that, you definitely see a different, more respectable, more wiser self, I would say. And it's good for people that are watching this too, to be able to understand that if you don't have an honesty with yourself, you put yourself in the wrong environment.
You got to know yourself. You have to know yourself.
Yeah. One thing we talked about was his weight, you know, going from 170 to 85 and back and forth. Which weight class do you feel you perform the best at? Me and Rampage talked about it a little bit. We were watching
170 pounds.
Really?
170 pounds. Idealistically, to me, if I was going to be the smartest fighter, you know what I mean, and I wanted to go on this title run and all this other shit, it would be 170 pounds. That'd be the smartest place to do it at. Mm-hmm. It's like one thing I've realized about my body is it doesn't matter how much weight I lift. It doesn't matter how much I eat. When when I'm training, and I can only get to a certain weight. I can only get so heavy. But I can lose weight fast. It's like idealistically, if they had a 175 pound weight class, I would be great because then I would never miscalculate. 175 pounds would be perfect for me. It's that last 5 pounds from 75 to 70 that it's always like a calculation. You know what I mean? If I didn't do it wrong, if I didn't do it right, I could definitely miss weight. Yeah, you know what I mean? If I didn't do it right, I also could hit weight, but then not perform the exact same the next day. Energy levels are just different. 85, I don't have to worry about my energy levels. It is what it is. I have to worry about me training the proper way or putting in the proper work because I don't have to be as dedicated and as focused on, per se, being the best athlete that I could be to make the proper weight. But, it's like, 170 pounds. But if I'm going to get the people what they want, which is activity, and I'm going to be an active fighter and I'm going to enjoy this shit, 185 pounds for sure.
Damn. What about that fight when you're yelling at Khabib to try to help you out with wrestling?
Derek Brunson fight. I took Derek Brunson down.
But what's up with yelling at Khabib? How did he get into the mix?
Oh, I was just having one of those days where I just wasn't listening at all. I had a lot of shit going on in life. You know what I mean? No excuses.
Yeah.
So I just wasn't focused at all. And it's like I probably should have been listening to my coaches and trying to figure out what we could do to actually win the fight. But I just had so much going on that I was just enjoying the moment. I was finally free of all the bullshit that was going on outside of my job. That I was able to just enjoy that, it was a 5-round fight, so 25 minutes, with an extra minute in between. I was able to enjoy that whole time.
Yeah.
Win, lose, or draw, I was in there having a great time. And it's like usually when I'm doing everything right in life, I like to be Batman. Batman's my favorite hero. Get it all done. And it's something I realized I had to go to, they made me do some counseling after that. And it's like some sports counseling. So one thing I realized is since that's my favorite hero, sometimes since he always goes against the villain and Joker, I alter ego to that too. You know what I mean? It's like instead of trying to be this guy, I'll be who he hates the most, and it's like I just let myself fuck up. And it's actually the guy was actually pretty smart when he said that because I realized I've done that a lot in life. So no matter how bad the situation is, just laugh and have a good time instead of focusing and trying to do what I'm supposed to do. It's pretty stupid, but it happens. Be careful what you ask for.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel it's stupid, but I feel definitely like with your level of talent, athleticism, your caliber of fighting, since we're on the word caliber, do you feel like you're ever doing yourself a disservice by not going 100% into the fight, controlled with the team, with the game plan, and kind of taking yourself out of the moment sometimes?
Not at all. I think that I'm doing my team a disservice. I think I'm doing them wrong for sure, 100%. I mean, it's like their emotions and the things that comes with it, and them having to deal with another L when they know that we could get a W. It probably sucks for them, and it's like, and I don't choose when I win, and I don't choose when I lose, So I think I've kind of low key probably made this a bad habit after a while, and I think honestly I'm a pretty talented motherfucker. I can snap it whenever I want to. But that being said, I don't think it hurts me. I think it hurts their feelings, and I think it hurts some of the people around me sometimes, some of my fans. Yeah. But hurt me? No, because once again, I don't want to be champ. Yeah. I don't want to be the top of the world. It's like I want to always be entertaining. I want to always be the one that they call on, and I always want to be fun. So if that means I have to get very fucking close to it so that they continue to call me, I'll do that. But no, I don't think it hurts me because I don't want to be there. I like what I get paid, and I like the way I'm living.
I couldn't argue with that one. When you like the way you're living, you like the way you're getting paid, it's probably the two most important things that go hand in hand. In terms of welterweight versus middleweight, you have 70, 85. What do you think has a better talent pool in the UFC of people you fought in the divisions you've seen?
70.
Yeah.
70 probably. 70 right now. 85 still has, it could jump up overnight and become crazy. But right now, 70 has a lot of talent. You can't even decide who should really fight for a belt right now. And that's because they're all talented. That's not because somebody's ran through them all. You know what I mean? So that's a pretty cool thing. And then you got a guy like Bilal, who for years, you never thought that Bilal would become the champ. Bilal's the champ. And it's a good question of asking, who the fuck's going to beat Bilal?
He's a great fighter.
Yeah. So it's like, I talk shit. I do my thing. But if I'm being real, it's like, 70 is a very, very steep weight class. It's like Gary looked very good against the one guy, and that guy is a fucking problem for everybody. And my guy Buckley, you know what I mean? My youngin, he's looking damn good at 170 pounds. So
do you guys train together?
No. Yeah. I just I birthed him into the UFC. So
Oh, you brought him into the UFC?
Yeah, one of my opponents fell out. I needed a fight. I took him. knocked him down, knocked him out, and I
Talking about the fight.
I motivated him.
He didn't really bring him.
I did. Technically, if I wasn't fighting so many people in 2020, he probably would have never got in.
Yeah, Buckley is a weapon, and he's on a tear right now.
He's on a fucking tear.
Your fight against him was pretty incredible.
It would always go the same way.
You think so?
I know so.
Really?
It's just styles make fights.
Oh, I love when people say that. Styles make fights.
And don't forget, at the end of the day, he wants to be a champ. He wants to be on top of the world. I'm already living on top of my world. I'm good. I love.
Do you think that eases your pressure going into the fights? This
my
mentality you have.
My pressure is always easy. I guess it wasn't that easy last fight when I popped my rib, but my pressure is always easy.
Yeah, can we talk about that? I got the whole internet calling you soft, saying, why did he just quit? But does people not understand how hard it is to fight with a pop rib?
Have they not seen Gladiator, the first one? They punched that fool right in his lung, bro. I mean, if Gladiator could go out like that, I ain't gonna let me. Fuck that. He got me fucked up. I know what a rib could do. I'm good, bro.
So you were scared that the rib could possibly pop the lung?
Nah, I just always told Bob that Bob's a scientist. Crew Bob, he's a fucking scientist. And if Crew Bob says it's enough, it's enough. It's like when I broke my hand, if Crew Bob wasn't like, baby, that's it, then I don't think I'd ever would have fought again. And one more round of bashing that thing around, I don't think I would have made it anymore. And it's like this thing was pretty jacked up. You see that thing? That thing's ugly. That thing, they had to go in a lot of places to fix that thing. It was bad.
You ever break your hand?
Yeah, I broke my hand.
You broke your hand in a fight?
Yeah, once in Japan.
That's got to be one of the toughest things to do, to fight with a broken hand. I'm gonna pull up this video of our boy right here, Kevin Holland, fighting. And as we're watching this, Kevin, I want to kind of also talk about your fight this week. You're fighting against RDR. People talk about him. They talk about his style. You said styles make fights. What is it that you're looking forward to about this guy?
RDR doesn't really like to get hit.
Okay.
If we're being 100% honest. He's a good grappler, but he doesn't really like to get hit.
Have you studied a lot of his tape and fights?
No.
So Rampage, this is a video of Kevin Holland basically talking loud during the middle of a fight. Why are you looking for Dana while you're fighting this monster, Thiago?
I was asking, why the fuck you put me here with this guy?
Is it true that when you see the hammer on this dude's chest in the cage that you get scared? I heard that. It's an urban myth. Did it strike any fear into you? Nothing?
No, nothing at all.
I didn't think it would scare the cowboy.
I didn't know who the fuck he was when I was fighting him, but anyways. I seen he got knocked out by David Branch, and I was like, there's no way this guy could beat me.
Like a lot of these fights, you're literally either on top or you're in guard and you just feel the need to just talk as loud as you can. It's got to throw off the fighter.
See? He knew it wasn't love.
Yeah. I hate when they be faking like that. I lost a fight because of that one time.
Really?
Yeah, do it. Act like I need him in the nuts.
What are you yelling at DC for?
Wrestling advice.
Did he give you any advice?
No. He never does.
Oh, look at Buckley. Hey, Buckley, a big kid in this fight.
He's the same size as he was at 85 and 70. He's the same size. He hasn't lost anything.
He looks big. What? I mean, his speed and agility kind of coming in and out on you, was that a problem at all?
No.
It seems like you don't even fight with your hands up. Kind of got a SoCal gangster LA Vato style, I would say, Kevin. Seems like you're not worried about much.
Oh, he's talking back.
Yeah, Kevin, I feel like you do this to get in their head too a little bit. I feel like now he's kind of conversating back and forth with you. You're throwing his game off.
Well, Buckley, he was talking shit at weigh-ins.
Oh, what was he saying?
He was acting like I wasn't going to talk. He was talking about he was going to talk more than me. I was like, get the fuck out of here. That never happens.
You ever met a fighter who talks more than you?
No, never.
Oh, this dude's a monster, and you're on your back too. That's the craziest thing.
I had nightmares about this nigga.
I mean, John Jones had nightmares about you, Rampage. I mean, that's got to be a crazy thing going into a fight, thinking about the guy you have to fight.
I hate that, man. They get an extra adrenaline rush.
He ain't lying. You know how bad my knees were hurting this fight?
Why?
It's just fight camp. I think that was like the fourth. That was the fourth fight of 2020. That was the fourth fight of 2020 when I was going crazy that year.
Yeah.
And my knees were just dead.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I couldn't really like, I don't know. It was like that fight camp. I was having a hard time walking. So it was like I was doing most of my training in like that pool I was telling you guys about. I was in that pool like every day.
Just from jiu-jitsu and striking and just
just the accumulation of the year. You know what I mean? It's like, oh man, that shit was horrible.
Did you ever see this video?
Yeah.
What'd you think of this?
I didn't know who he was at first. And I was like, who the fuck's this guy?
He said, I'll kill you. Does that ever affect you? Someone telling you they want to kill you?
No, I ran it. That's why me and Sean Strickland never got along. He had said that online one time.
Sean Strickland told you he wanted to kill you?
No, he was like, I'd kill that guy. And I was like, whoa. I was like, buddy, we're both from Cali. You know, you don't say shit like that. So,
Damn.
you know, it's just certain things. Just, you know, people just be tripping.
You haven't fought him yet, have you?
We had a conversation at the gym one time.
But you never had a fight with him.
Like MMA?
Yeah.
No. We had a conversation though.
You think they would ever try to book a fight like that? Kevin Holland and Sean Strickland?
It doesn't even matter anymore. We had our conversation.
Oh, it's over.
We
You
had our
squash it.
conversation.
So
Conversation.
you seem like a big guy where you're willing to go see someone face to face like our boy Rampage over here. And I feel like you're able to work it out via conversation sometimes. I feel like you're a guy that just likes to stand on business. Are any of these fighters guys that you just fight and you still hate though?
Derek Brunson.
For sure.
Yeah.
Why is it?
I don't know. I just don't like the guy. Like I said, he was playing that one time. It's like we fought and you thought we'd be okay after that. But it's like, nah. It's like, nah.
Like that doesn't work for you.
Nah. It's like, nah. I don't know. I just don't like him.
Yeah.
I just never really liked him.
What about-
And then he was doing this blonde shit with his hair. To me, that was kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
You know what he's saying?
I know what
Yeah.
he's saying.
That shit wasn't cool.
What about the fight after you won? I saw you calling out Izzy. Izzy was sitting down.
I don't really like him either.
You don't like Izzy?
Why you don't like
No.
Izzy?
I like the way he fights. I just don't really like him.
Why is that?
He's the same thing as Brunson.
What did Izzy do?
Just
to
be
you?
playing.
He played with you?
Yeah, and then he'd be acting like he never did it.
Wow, what'd he do?
It's like my first UFC fight. I was fighting Thiago Santos, and I was walking in the back. And like we just kind of like brushed past each other. And he like said something, so I said something back. And then next thing you know, it was like just two dogs barking in the hallway. And then like they act like they had to like separate him and separate me. And I was like, you don't have to separate nothing. Like, you know what I mean? And then like when I seen him in 2020 and we were, you know what I mean? I said something about it. He was like, no, that never happened. And I'm like, what the fuck?
He probably just forgot.
No, fuck that. Because he did a whole little post talking about, motherfucker, I make mental notes. I be putting shit in my phone. And like, okay, so you be making mental notes and shit, but you didn't make a mental note about this one. So it's either I just didn't mean shit or you was just playing with me. But either way, he was playing with me. So it's like, yeah, that shit always kind of bothered me.
But
it's just, it'd be retarded shit, bro. It'd be shit I shouldn't even be mad about.
Yeah.
I'd just be mad.
Like what would he possibly say to you that could make you this mad years later?
I think he like looked at me. I don't even know what he said.
He looked
You'd
at
have
him.
to ask
Hey,
James
the
Vick,
champ looked
bro.
at him.
Yeah, you have to ask James Vick. He wasn't the champ at the time. He was
Oh,
fighting
okay.
Brunson at the time.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't forget though.
Well, we can tell he gets mad about little shit.
Yeah.
He was mad about that shit.
I get
I told
mad.
you not to leave that.
Huh?
I told you not to leave that comment.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something. He asked me to.
Nah, I'm not a fighter, brother.
he-
I'm a podcaster. So I can't even.
No. You sparred with Buckley. Get in there with
Yeah,
after
yeah,
his fight. Get in there with
I
his
got in there
ass.
with Buckley.
You did good, huh?
Against Buckley? No,
Buckley
he
beat the
broke
shit
my
out of
rib, and then he cracked my jaw, and he broke a vertebrae in my back. And
Damn,
then
how
Luke
hard was y'all
Rockhold went in
sparring?
there.
He lying,
Oh,
man.
we went hard, like 3 rounds. What
Bro,
do you
he
mean
lying.
I'm
He
lying?
lying.
You want me to pull up the footage?
No. He always say something got broke. Ain't nothing got broke.
I have a cracked vertebranium.
But Buckley
in my
whooped his
back.
ass though.
Yeah. And then Luke Rockhold gave him a few rounds. Luke Rockhold tried to come to my defense. Luke Rockhold did two rounds of no-gi, and then they did 2 rounds in the ring as
Luke
well.
beat him up, huh?
Yeah, Luke did some damage.
I would think so.
But Buckley's a monster.
Styles make fights.
Yeah, Buckley's a monster, though. You ever train with Luke Rockhold?
Nah, but Styles make fights.
I feel like you and him would get along.
Luke Styles should fuck Buckley up.
Yeah, I feel like you and Luke would get along
Yeah.
because Luke.
That straight punch, that body kick, and that head kick, and then that little kick that he can throw to the leg.
Yeah.
That little kick that he's gonna throw to the leg alone is gonna set it up to where that head kick's gonna come, and Buckley's not gonna. Be honest with you, if Luke wanted to, he could knock Buckley out. And I think Buckley's a really decent fighter.
Yeah.
I like Buckley.
Yeah.
I don't think he's like, he's annoying, but yeah.
Yeah. The way you talk about fighting, you seem like a student of the game. You watch a lot of fighting?
No, not anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
But growing up, you did?
Yeah.
Really? Before you were a fighter?
Yeah.
What did you watch? Just UFC, Pride, old school
UFC,
fights?
boxing, everything.
Who'd you grow up watching?
Just whatever's on TV. I wasn't just like researching people and shit. Yeah. I did like Anderson Silva though for a while.
Did you always know you wanted to be a fighter?
No, I went to UFC 101. I ordered UFC 100 with my own money, and then I went to UFC 101. My dad's people took me, and when I got there, I was like, "Oh, I could do this shit." So yeah.
How old were you?
I was 17.
Oh, wow.
No, I was 16.
Had you
16,
already
17.
been doing Kung Fu? You'd already been training a little bit?
Yeah, I haven't trained Kung Fu for like a year, so I probably was 17.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you ever trained Kung Fu?
No, I never trained Kung Fu.
What would you feel? What would you say right now your goal is in the UFC? Because we know you don't want to be champ. You've said it multiple times. But what do you feel your goal is? Is it just to make as much money as you can? Is it to fight a certain amount of people?
Yeah, I want to set that record where I want to have the most fights for sure.
Oh wow,
that'd be nice. I do need to get some more wins though, because your boy needs to. I'm trying to be right up there with Derek Lewis on like finishes. Like I don't have to have more than him. I just want to be up there with him. That way, like, because we train with the same coach, so that way Derek, you know what I mean? He'll have the most, and then I'll have like the second most or even the third most.
that'd be cool.
But I'll be right there, and then like Bob as the coach, he'll have the two guys in the top with the most finishes. I think that'd be pretty cool.
That's a good gym. That's good gym energy. Who do you normally train with back in Texas?
Whoever. I train with Bob. I love training with Bob for striking. But I got a couple striking guys. Like me and Derek Perkins, we've been training together lately because I needed somebody local because Houston's 4 hours away. So I'm always driving to Houston.
Really?
Yeah, so I needed somebody that I could strike with local because I can grapple local, but I can't strike local, and I don't really like grappling. So I don't really like wrestling. I love grappling. I like jiu-jitsu a lot. I love getting high and doing jiu-jitsu. That's just the best.
In a gi or no gi?
The gi's the shit. Like,
Yeah.
get super stoned and then do gi jiu-jitsu. And like I like going against like big ass fools too, because then I feel like I'm Batman going against Bane. It's so cool.
This guy he's playing comic books in his head in the gym.
Yeah, I be having a blast.
What's your coaches tell you? You just say do whatever you want.
Yeah, they say I'm a freak of nature. Just go and enjoy myself. Just be who I am.
How long you go train jiu-jitsu for high?
We usually train for like an hour. Sometimes we're in there like an hour and a half. You know what I mean?
good.
Nothing crazy. Just
You get high, go in the ice bath after?
no. I don't do ice. I'm
Never?
black.
You don't do any ice bath?
No.
What do you do for recovery?
You do ice baths?
No.
Yeah,
No.
I'm black. We don't do that. Type
So
of
what do you do for recovery?
shit. Smoke weed. I have a girl
The
come rub
opposite
me
of
down.
recovery.
You know what I mean? I sleep.
I mean, weed's good if you want to take away pressure or mental anxiety, I'm sure, but I don't think that helps with muscle recovery.
I have sex.
I quit smoking weed when I started wrestling.
Yeah.
When I turned 17, it changed my life.
But if you bust a nut, that like instantly like it's like so like your muscles are relaxed, right?
Right.
And then like weed helps with like anti-inflammatories and stuff like that, right?
I don't know.
That's what they say.
Yeah, I don't know. So.
I mean, I don't know if them niggas is right, but that's what they say.
Anti-inflammatory.
It does have some.
See?
It does
Well,
have some
CBD
medical.
does.
Yeah, I know CBD. Yeah,
Yeah.
CBD. Yeah, it does have some medical. Advantages.
Yeah.
But me personally, I just feel like weed is not good for fighters and athletes because when I noticed I used to train with Tito Ortiz a lot, right? And I noticed when he started back smoking weed. Do you throw up a lot in the gym?
No.
Okay. I noticed Tito used to start throwing up and stuff like that. And that's when I don't know if it was age or what.
I think that was his munchies.
I don't know. That's when he
Yeah,
started.
he was eating the wrong shit after he get high.
You think so?
Yeah.
No, Tito had good discipline.
For real?
From what I saw, he had good discipline.
He was doing little finger snacks y'all didn't see. He'd be down there like this. And
I don't know. I don't know.
Because the munchies be a motherfucker.
I know. I thought that he had good discipline and he was very dedicated. He trained really hard. He's the first person I ever seen training hard till I started training with Michael Bisping. And Tito used to train real hard, but when I saw him start back smoking weed in between training camps and stuff like that, I noticed his career went down. But I don't know if that was age and stuff too, though.
I think it's age. I mean, but I'm gonna say that though, because I'm a pothead for real.
Yeah.
So like, I'm always like pro weed, like yeah.
I mean, you ask anybody who smokes weed, they'll tell you that it relieves anxiety. It helps them sleep better. Sleeping better is obviously the key to recovery.
See?
So you hit a REM sleep at the higher level. The REM sleep, the higher level, your body's going to recover.
And
But
after-
I
and
don't
after
smoke
having
weed,
sex?
so I don't know. I've never smoked weed.
Wait, you know?
I don't smoke weed.
You live in California.
I know. I've never smoked weed. I don't drink.
You never took one hit.
Swear on my mom.
Was you like Bill Clinton? Didn't inhale?
You never drunk liquor at all?
No, I've drinking a few times, like 1 or 2 or 3 times max.
And you
on my
never smoked
birthdays,
weed?
And I never have even tried it. I
So
was
you
too
put
scared.
that poison in your body, but you won't put that lettuce?
What poison?
Alcohol is poison.
I mean, I did like when I was 21, 22, 23 on my birthdays, and that's it.
I ain't gonna lie, I drink liquor too.
I'm all natty. I'm all natty. I'm on the TJ Dillashaw diet.
You ain't all natty.
What are you talking about? Of course I am.
No, you on some steroids or something.
You're out of your mind,
No,
bro.
no,
I
bro.
did 2 hours of training
Bro,
every day.
a year ago, he weighed 250. He's
And
a
you weigh
short butterball.
320.
I never weighed 320.
I'll pull up a photo.
No,
Don't
I
get me
wasn't
started.
320.
You
I wasn't
guys
320.
went like a health kick together?
Yeah.
No. He started. I noticed he started losing weight first, and I'm like, man, I can't be the fat ass on the motherfucking podcast. Fuck that.
No, ever since I started training with TJ, it's just like, just do this, do that. So easy. And
You train with who? TJ Dillashaw?
yeah.
All right, why you making that face?
Why?
What was that face?
He has a company called Wild Society. I drink his protein shakes. I got shredded.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
But what was that face though?
What's in those protein shakes?
Why you gotta be like that? Why you gotta be like that?
No, he made a face when he said he trained with TJ. I wonder what that face was.
I train with him and drink some Wild Society protein, and I drink some of your F3 energy drink, and I'm shredded. Like I don't even have to try.
That's your energy drink?
I'm part owner.
Yeah. Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Fuck
He's
yeah.
doing good. The one thing I like about Rampage, he built this drink. He's using it to give back to fighters. They're using it to kind of get Rampage in events and get him more active. I love seeing fighters like yourself because I'm a big MMA fan.
Yeah.
I'm not a fighter. I love seeing fighters take the platform they built, whatever UFC does give them, and then make it more. And one thing I love is Rampage shows fighters that come in and out of here that they can use this platform that the UFC gives them. And instead of hating on the fact that maybe they don't get as much money or they're not as famous as NBA players and whatnot, they can use it as a platform to get anything they want. It's a great message.
I didn't know that was yours. That's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
And like, even if you are like just an investor, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you should be the face, be the big end. If they don't have anybody as popular as you, bro,
That's for sure.
It's the only way to get it out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
What about you? You do any businesses? You have any entrepreneur ventures going on right now?
I was raised with a janitorial business, and so we have our own version of it out in Texas.
No way.
Yeah, and then
Big money.
And then I'm trying to get into more cattle with my buddy Ben, the one I hunt with, and then it's like I invest little things here and there.
What's the cattle business about?
Like just cows. It's like I've been doing this thing for the past couple years. Everybody loves Kev's meat. And everybody's always like, oh, this was bullshit and shit like that. Which I'm always bullshitting. But it's like, I've always, like, living in Texas, I always get pretty good meats. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get grass-fed beefs and stuff like that. And then going out and hunting, I always get elk. And I get good foods. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, I want to have a meat market where it's like, I sell meat. You know what I mean?
Why are you laughing?
Because it's funny.
He's a meat man. Let him sell his meat.
I'm looking to meat man. But if I could sell like 20 cows a year, like full blown, like stock cows, like break them down. I mean, just like I'm breaking down a brick. You know what I'm saying? Just break that bitch down and package it up, and sell it all around the world. You know what I mean? I'd be pretty happy.
How much a cow go for?
It just depends how you're selling it. You know what I mean? I can sell you a full cow, like still walking and breathing and doing everything.
Or a live cow?
Yeah.
How much that one cost?
I can sell you from $1,300 to $4,000.
It depends on like the bloodline or something.
Well, I mean, that's just like a meat, like a meter, like a meat. You know what I mean? Like a meat cow. Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
But I can go get the bucking bulls. Like they wanted $20,000 for this one bucking bull, and that's like a pretty penny. But then you got like Dana paid. You know what I mean? He paid a lot of money for his bull, and like, you know, it's like I can get a bull that's just like that for, you know, a quarter of what he paid.
Yeah.
And charge guys what he paid.
Yeah.
So
do you understand what they do with that bull once they get it?
They ride it. They ride the bull. They're cowboys.
You hear this guy?
it's a bucking bull.
Yeah.
It's a bucking bull. They tie the rope around the nuts and they ride them motherfuckers.
Yeah. You see, Rampage is learning. That's what I like about Rampage. You're keeping.
I've seen that shit on TV.
Yeah. I mean, also too, a lot of delis, a lot of barbecue delis, and not barbecue delis like what we are used to out here in SoCal, but a lot of guys who will cut up for delis or cut up for barbecues. They're like meat packing houses in a way. Yeah. They'll sell to In-N-Out or they'll sell to a local barbecue spot. They'll buy 6 or 7 cows, cut it up. You know, Snake River, you know, Wagyu, you could get that, like Snake River Farms, they'll ship it in. But it depends on how they raise the cow, what kind of type of grass the cow eats and whatnot. And then they cut it, dice it. You make a lot of money. They split it 5 different ways, that cow.
See, I couldn't do that because I love animals and I be having pigs and bulls and shit. And I started liking them. Then like, goddamn time to.
Yeah, I mean that's understandable. Yeah. I mean 9 times out of 10 though, like being in our position, we're not gonna be doing.
You're not gonna get close to them.
We're not doing pretty much any other work. You know what I mean? We're putting some money into operation and we're just kind of like just sitting back and letting it do what it do. You know, it's like I don't know enough about it, and like, you know, neither me or you or, you know what I mean, know enough about it to be able to run the operation 100%. Yeah. And I'd just be in the way. You know, it's like if they need me to come be a working hand, literally a working hand, scoop shit, fix a fence type stuff, I can do that. But
that could be fun sometimes, right?
That's it could be a blast. You know, getting out there I love doing the honest work, but I don't want to be in the way. You know, so it's like I have a decent sized ranch out in Nakona, and it's just about an hour and 40 minutes out from where I live. So I was thinking about putting some goats up there, but I'm realizing the process of putting goats there is just going to be a lot. So if I can just get me 4 goats that like hanging out with my cattle, then I don't have to worry about it. If they leave, they leave. Fuck it, it is what it is. But then I know me, I'd get 8 goats because I don't want to have nothing that can't have babies. You know what I mean? Like, I believe in fucking. I think that fucking's the way to go. Like, you got to have a boy and a girl so you can make money. You know what I mean? Off breeds is the way to go. So,
What do you want the goats for?
I just want the goats.
Tax advantage?
I was gonna name one John. I was gonna name one Demetrius. I was gonna name one GSP. And then I was gonna name the other one no name. You know what I mean? Because I don't know who the fourth goat is. So I was just,
Anderson.
It's got to go to Anderson.
can't.
Why?
Oh.
Why? What do you mean? Over GSP?
We don't. Like, it's like, okay.
Wait, what? Hold up.
can't.
Hold up. I'm in no position to tell you or you, but come on, dude. It goes John Jones,
It can't for
DJ,
me.
Anderson.
It can't for me.
Why?
It's like Anderson Silva is the absolute shit, but he beat my coach,
What's your coach?
Travis
Travis
Lutter,
Lutter. You've been with Travis Lutter for a while, right?
for a long time.
How long?
Since I was 18. Since I
Wow.
got kicked out of my grandpa's house.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel it's like a loyalty thing. You know. What I'm
Yeah.
saying?
We got love for Silva. You know what I mean? He's great, but I just can't do that.
But he is one. Of the
He's the
coaches.
top 5 of
He's
all time.
definitely.
I
But it's
think
like,
BJ
but not your goat.
But
He's
not
not-
his goat.
Yeah.
BJ Penn got to be in that mix.
Oh, yeah, BJ Penn. He's a goat.
he lost street fights.
That was when he was older and probably drunk.
Shouldn't have been doing it then. You know what I mean? Like, come on now. Shouldn't have did it. Like, I don't see you losing no damn street fight.
Nah, I haven't in a long time.
I wouldn't care if you was old and drunk. Not to no random Joe Blow.
Was it a random Joe Blow he got? I didn't see it.
I don't care, bro. I don't care if it was
Are
a
we
local,
talking about BJ Penn?
Yeah, I don't care
Yeah,
if
but
it
he
a
was
local
drunk. They
circuit
took
guy.
advantage of him.
Hey, you know when you
No,
drunk,
it don't matter. I'm drunk. I be fucking fools
but
up.
you know when you drunk, it's easy to get knocked out. Did you know that?
when I'm drunk, it's harder to hit me.
But when people are drunk, it's easier to get knocked out.
I ain't gonna lie. When I'm drunk and I get in a fight, my kung fu be on some next level shit.
This guy, he really is Batman.
My drunken style kung fu be the shit.
You ever been in a drunk fight?
Bro, when I fucked the guy up at the sushi spot for I was
my-
drunk then.
Oh my God, where's the video of that? Is
I'm
there a video
always
of that?
lit.
Is there a video of
There's
that?
probably some somewhere. I don't know. I got out the way. That's what I did.
How long ago was this?
It was a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I got out the way though.
Wait, can you break down that story for Rampage? He don't know about that one.
Nah, I never heard about it.
So I'm gonna give you the bad version. Okay. So me and my uncle out, we hanging out with these two Jones, right? So my uncle not supposed to be there because he in a relationship. I'm single, so I'm allowed to be there. It don't really matter. So we there, we eating. Some dude come in and like you hear this big ass wow. I'm thinking it's a champagne bottle popping or something because the people behind us are celebrating a birthday. So I'm like, damn, they getting lit. I turn around, you hear glass breaking and shit. Everybody running. So I put my uncle, I'm like, yo, get down. So we get down, dude over there waving a gun. Him and another guy get into it because he like, you know what I mean? Gun everywhere, gun facing right towards all of us. Like this dude only trying to save him and his date. So I go over there, I help the guy out, boom. I get the gun out the guy's hand, pull the guy into my lap, choke him out. You know what I'm saying? My uncle's over there. I'm like, is he out yet? My uncle's like, no. I'm like, come on, Swayze, he gotta be out. He's like, no. I'm like, Swayze. He's like, okay, he's out. So I let the motherfucker go. I get up. People trying to kick the fool in the head and stuff. I stopped them. Boom. So I'm like, all right, bro, I'm gonna go finish my drink. I'm gonna go pay the bill, and I'm getting the fuck up out of here before the police come. Because you know what I'm saying? There's gonna be all kind of people here. So I get up out of there. My uncle like, all right, come on, let's go. So we did everything we're supposed to do. We leave. He see the news people come. So this motherfucker like, all right, I'm gonna go over there and explain to him like that what we did. I said, don't put me in that shit. I don't want nothing to do with it, right? So this fool go over there. He giving them the breakdown. He telling them about how we UFC fighters and shit.
God.
So he getting phone calls left and right. Like, yo, Swayze, you in the UFC? We get home. His girl don't ever say nothing. He like, yeah, babe, I got into it. Woo, 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 woo. She's like, oh, babe, yeah, woo, woo. Like act like it's no big deal. We go out of town a week later, right? We go to Houston. We go to Austin. And then people in Houston want us to come out, like some celebrities and stuff want us to come out to Houston. They want to like congratulate us and stuff. They want to tell us thank you. And I'm like, yo, Unc, you gotta go to this shit, bro. I'm telling everybody how you the skinny Herb Dean with the dreads. Like, you don't care. You know what I'm saying? You was over there coaching me the whole time. So he like, yeah, let's go. And South by Southwest is a big ass little event, right? He probably gonna be mad at me for telling this shit, but he cool as hell, so he gonna be all right. And right, this is my uncle, right? But he younger than me, so I always call him baby Unc. So we out at South by Southwest. We leave the concert to go to Houston to get, you know, like all our greetings from the cool people and stuff. We having a blast. We shoot back to Austin. Pick up my little cousin, because my little cousin was rapping and stuff. He was performing at the concerts. We have a good time in Austin. We go home. I'm like, bro, your girl really ain't called you at all this weekend. Like, bro, this is like the greatest weekend of all. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is great. Mind you, his girl don't live with him. She got her own place. So while we get there, and her get back at this motherfucker for stopping the sushi thing. Fuck stopping the sushi thing. Motherfucker, you was on a date with another girl. She was mad as hell. We get there, she in the house with a nigga at his house. This shit was wild.
Wow.
That shit was crazy.
Wow.
I don't think my boy been in a relationship since.
I don't blame him. Oh my God.
My boy been backing and attacking since then.
See,
and I ain't even mad at him.
You see that? That's killing a relationship. Can you imagine?
No, he talking about something that's real. That's something real that happened.
Yeah.
You be making up shit.
No, I ain't making up nothing. That's crazy work.
That's crazy.
That shit was
Well, she
fucking-
got caught on purpose, huh?
Nah, I don't think she meant to get caught though.
Oh, okay.
I think she was just like, yeah, like I'm getting my get. We came back early. Like we were supposed to stay at South by Southwest till all the events was over. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm real cool with Trader Truth. So like we was doing all his events and my cousin was performing and stuff. So we was gonna stay the whole time.
But why she couldn't do it at her own house?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, girl, you got your own house. Like, what the hell? But that was that get back. Like,
That's
oh,
that
you
get
gonna go to
back.
Houston and cheat on me? And then you gonna have to go back out of town again the next week? All right, nigga, watch this.
Oh, man.
So, moral of the story is, I don't care what you do, whether it's good, bad, or ugly. Get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Don't put that shit on camera.
Yeah,
You see that?
100%.
Don't try to be the
his
hero.
owner he should have put it on the news. He should have no.
I told him we should leave.
Listen, hey, I know you got a massive fight this weekend. I want to thank you for coming on the podcast for
Appreciate
some
you,
moments
guys.
as one of our most requested guests. And honestly, for me and for the audience to show people what the MMA community truly is about, can we get a little fist pump between you two?
I get Rampage a fist.
Come on, boys! That's how you unite
still
the
a- I'm still a
culture.
Rampage
That's how
fan.
you
I'm
unite
still
the
a Rampage
culture.
fan.
Come on,
Don't make a
man.
mistake about it. Now, I'm gonna tell you the truth though. Look, I'm gonna make this shit a little bit more funny before we get up off here. Y'all ready for this?
Yeah.
Really, real reason why I don't like Rampage because I think my mama got a crush on this nigga.
That's a wrap. Thanks
All
for
right, I'm
watching.
out.
No. Let me see a picture of your mama though.
I got you.